This isn't Republicans. This isn't MAGA. This isn't Republicans trying to break into the DNC. This is Democrats fighting amongst each other. They're all protesting the Kamala Harris DNC, getting her inaugurated, or getting her elected, I guess, officially. And they hate it. I asked all these people, are they voting for Kamala Harris? They've said no. And this is an internal war. It's going to help out Republicans tremendously. Democrats, you're in shambles right now. What's going on here?
Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Yeah, give me 1 second.
No, ain't no.
Hold on. I gave you enough pictures. I gave you enough pictures. Now, yesterday, you tweeted about me. You tweeted and called me dumb yesterday. You called me dumb yesterday.
Hey, welcome back. It's your man Wise, and today we got to talk about it, man. So you guys know the DNC is cranking up this week, and it is a mess already. Golly, man, it's just so unbelievable, man. I mean, when you think about what we saw at the RNC, a little over a month ago, and you compare that to what they have going on right now in Chicago, it is a mess. And I don't see it getting any better anytime soon. Now, I don't know if you guys seen it, but these are the same people that want to defund the police, but they built a wall. So they don't want a wall at the border, and they want to defund the police. But guess what they did around the DNC? They built a wall, and there's tons of police all around that place. Now, I get it, for good reason. You got protesters. It's a lot of craziness going on down there, a lot. So I get it. I just find it funny that y'all don't want to build a wall down at the border, and y'all want to get rid of police, unless it's to protect you. These people are ridiculous, man. That's why I say you can't take these people seriously. You just can't. But this video isn't about the DNC. We'll get into them maybe later today or tomorrow. What this is really about is, I don't know how much you guys know about the Democrat boule shield Roland Martin, but there's a young brother in Chicago. He ran for mayor this last year. He got beat out by Brandon Johnson. There's a young brother in Chicago named Jamal Green. He's an activist. He is somebody that I wouldn't describe as a Democrat, but I wouldn't describe him as a Republican either. I think he's an independent, but it sounds to me like he does have a lot of conservative leanings. Well, Roland Martin on his show, I believe it was last week, basically called this man everything but a child of God, to be honest with you. But that's typical for Roland Martin, man. He is a internet gangster. He is a get in front of his platform, and he will talk bad about you if you don't get in line with the Democratic Party. I don't know if you guys recall, but this is the same guy that called King Randall dumb and went in on him because he was trying to do for self and trying to build up his community. So Roland Martin, he does not mean any good for the Black community nor America. He is pro-Democrat, and that is it. But this brother right here, he was not having it. He was not having it at all. And I'm 100% here for it. I'm not pro-violence. I'm not for, people jumping on folks and things of that nature. But I am for, if you're going to talk about it, you need to be able to back it up and be about it. If you're going to talk about it, if you're going to talk crap about folks, you need to be able to stand on that when you run across them. And I'm so tired of people talking real reckless about Black men specifically, but just about men and Americans in general that don't agree with you politically. And people say a lot of very reckless things because of someone's belief in a party or not. And it's really ridiculous, but we're going to get into a couple clips here. We're going to hear from Jamal Green as well. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment down below. I appreciate all the love and support. And without further ado, let go.
Get on. Yesterday, you tweeted about me. You tweeted and called me dumb yesterday, right? First of all, you called me dumb. Say what you got to say right now. Say what you got to say.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see the.
To know the real narrative and the facts. Number one, Roland Martin is the aggressor here. He came after me publicly. He was paid to do so. I was on Twitter talking about how we need to be critical of these campaigns and make sure that we get policies so that when whoever become president, they don't forget about us. Roland Martin called me stupid, dumb, an idiot, and a fool on his show. I never tweeted at Roland Martin. I never talked about Roland Martin at all. He came to my Twitter page quoting my tweets to call me stupid. And then he did a show about me and he called me a fool. Now, what I did was I went to an event that he was at today and I went to ask for a conversation. My arms was folded. I was not being aggressive. And he kept pushing it off, kept trying to leave and not have a conversation with me. And you saw what happened on this video. This, guys, we cannot stand for. We cannot stand for voices to continue to be stumped on because they don't agree with you. I don't have to agree with Roland Martin to be smart. I can have my own views. I'm a grown man. And there's no reason why this man twice his age should be publicly calling me stupid, dumb, and a fool. But when I approach him in public, he has nothing to say to me. You got to do better. And we got to do better to stop supporting these guys who are disrespecting the voices who are doing the actual work.
God bless this brother, man. God bless Jamal Green. He's absolutely right. He is absolutely right. People like Roland Martin get paid millions of dollars to shill and to smack down voices of especially, particularly black people. And it seems like it's a lot of black men. He gets paid a lot of money, to smack down those people that are trying to do the right thing, that are doing the work in their communities. He gets paid a ton of money to do it. I mean, this is the same dude that was, shucking and jiving with daggone Hillary Clinton, dancing and carrying on, but again, this is the reason why a lot of these people in the black media, these black journalists, that's the reason why their voices now fall on deaf ears. It's because they care more about the Democrat Party than the black community. They care more about the Democrat Party than America itself. And their message is not resonating anymore because there are a ton of issues in these Democratic-led cities. You look at DC, you look at Baltimore, you look at, New York, look at what's going on in Chicago right now. They are displacing black folks out of their communities. This is happening. Did you guys not see what's going on in the Denver area, Aurora? I mean, these folks have literally taken over an entire apartment complex and they basically had to evict folks out of there for their own safety. This is what's happening in America right now. And you got people like Roland Martin that they will denigrate anybody that doesn't toe the Democratic Party line. Let's just call him what he is. He is a watchdog for the Democratic Party. And if you don't get down with everything that they say and that they believe in, do not think critically. You do what we tell you to do, and that's it. If you do anything outside of that, it's people like him and the Joy Reids and the Angela Rye's and the Andrew Gillums and the Tiffany Crosses, and there's a whole list of them out there. There's a bunch of them that are paid to keep black folks in their place. As long as you are with them, as long as you are riding with them in their party and their whack policies that have not helped the black community, as long as you're with that, you're okay. If you veer off of that and you start calling them out, you start calling out the party, you start calling out the candidates, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and a whole host of others, they will come for you and they get paid to do it. These people are the overseers of the plantation. It's people like Roland Martin. They are the overseers of the plantation. Their job is to keep you right there, keep you dumb, keep you misinformed, and keep you voting for whoever it is that paid them to make sure that they heard your vote for their particular candidate in the Democratic Party. And it's sad, man. And it's sad. And I'm glad to see that this brother did run up on him. I'm glad it didn't get physical, but I am glad to see that he did run up on him. King Randall did the same thing. He didn't run up on him in this way, but he was willing to go on the show and he called him out on his show to his face. And that's what people need to start doing.
If I was American and they said, hey, Chicago, New York, and these sanctuary cities is going to give you immediate resources like this, I would be on the way too. So it's not about them. It's about leadership and their priorities of us. Because we elected you. We supported you. I ain't support Brandon Johnson, y'all know that. But some of y'all did. But the reality is that y'all supported these leaders. And these leaders are supposed to be working for you. Those folks can't vote. Those folks don't pay taxes. Those folks ain't have ancestors here. Those folks ain't never been to America. You elected these people. You pay taxes. You pay property taxes. You pay income taxes. You elected these politicians to work for you and your children. And the fact that they will leave you to starve, they will leave you to starve even if you're a veteran. They won't care if your children is running these streets because they ain't got nowhere to go. They don't care if you are out there and sleeping in cardboard. Ain't no team gonna come and ask you if you want to go come to a shelter, give you 6 months of free rent. But yet they can do that for very people who are not citizens. Should be a slap in the face to all of the folks who pour into this country each and every day. Now, that's not what Republican stance. That's not a Make America Great Again stance. That's not a Donald Trump stance. That is a common sense American stance.
He's absolutely right. It is a common sense American stance. Matter of fact, it's just a common sense stance. Name a country that puts other people over its own citizens. You see what's going on over in the UK? They're literally locking people up, giving people 1 and 2 years in prison for making tweets, for creating tweets about how bad the policies are in the UK right now. Is that what y'all want here? Is that what you guys want here in this country? A vote for the Harris-Walz administration is a vote for those types of policies and a whole host of other things that would be a complete detriment to this country. But I'm glad to see brothers standing up because there's too many people out there telling us that we don't have the right to think critically. And we are supposed to just go along and just get along with whatever foolishness that they want us to go along with. And people are tired. Shout out to Jamal Green, man. I don't know if you guys follow him on X, but man, if you don't, man, go over there and follow that brother, man, because he is trying to do the work. And I appreciate any man that will pull up on someone face to face and say, hey, man, let's have a conversation. You said this about me. Let's talk about it. We don't have to get physical. We don't have to get the fisticuffs. But when you see Roland Martin's eyes like, oh, chickens come home to roost. There's a lot of folks out there. We call them keyboard gangsters, internet gangsters. You got everything to say across these airwaves, but when people get in your face directly, you're afraid to talk to them. And that's sad, and it shouldn't be like that, man. Let me know what you guys think about this, man. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment down below. I appreciate all the love and support. Consider joining the ARP family. It supports me, the team, the channel. Gives us the ability to do what we do on a day-to-day basis. Keep God first in your life. Stay prayed up. And we'll catch up with you all next time. Peace.